Ekiti, at least, you know, once or two, maybe once every month or once every 2 months, we just drive there to go and see Daddy, go and check. Ekiti was very, no, Ekiti and Ife, you know. But since he passed, Grandma has moved to Lagos. We don't even go there. And then he owns a house, one in Ekiti, one in. All the children don't live in, except for my husband. They don't live in Nigeria. Nobody has gone there. So, and we now carry inheritance in our head and say, hey, my father's house, my father's this. I'm thinking, so is it still essential? I mean, I'm coming to you, Nima. Do you think there should be some kind of a law where once you pass on, you should hand over your properties to the state? Because the kids probably don't even need it anymore. Because it's going to, right now, if you drive into somewhere like Ekiti or Osun State, there are many abandoned houses that have turned to grave sites, where the person dies, go and bury him in his house. Grandma dies, go and bury. So the whole house, the whole duplex is a morgue, is a mortuary, is a mausoleum for just one person or two people maximum. And where you can, that's real estate that government can use to build schools, hospitals, can actually use. So I'm thinking this thing about carrying inheritance in our head. Maybe we need to start rethinking what inheritance should be. It should be probably name. Not so much of properties. It should probably be legacies that can actually, inheritance now, maybe there should be a law that inheritance should be things that benefit the society. That is attached to a family, not necessarily personal properties. I mean, I'm just thinking, Nima, your thoughts?
But you're thinking correct. Kamaka started it perfectly, the way I see inheritance. You know, we are mistaken here to think inheritance has to be material. It has to be the house, the companies, the number of shares they leave.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the Manifest TV. Please, we would like to hear your own view on this matter, whether parents should leave inheritance for their children. Do you think parents should really leave inheritance for their children? Is it really necessary? Please, we would like to hear your point of view. Whether parents leave an inheritance for their children depends on their personal values, cultural norms, financial circumstances, and the needs and character of the children. For me, it is a good thing to leave inheritance for your children. It will help them get ahead in life. It can give them a financial boost, help them with their education, maybe if they want to buy a home or start a business. Yes, it is a very good backup for the children. Another one is a family legacy. You know, passing down wealth can be a way of honoring family history and supports future generation. For me, it's a good thing. It's a good thing depending on why you are doing it and for who you are doing it. Life is unpredictable, especially in this our present world. And an inheritance might provide security in tough times. Yes. Yes, so that's my opinion, and I can say that there is no universal right answer. The best approach depends on your family's dynamics, your children's character, and your financial priorities. And parents should have sense. They should know how to disburse this wealth to their children so that it doesn't cause future conflict. That is my own point of view. Would like to hear from you. Please drop your comments at the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for following me. Thank you for always watching. God bless you.
My grandfather, when he talks about my grandfather, I will get to people who say, I am the son of Itabima, the great giant and all of that. The legacy. Even when I Shoriki for myself in front of me, I will say, me, the daughter of Itabima. I'll call my father's name and say, the son of, you know, the legacies, the beliefs, the practices are the things that, you know, forms an individual. And if you look at Mr. Ogabelo, he has created inheritance for all his children. Look at the movies that Femi Adebayo is dropping. If Femi Adebayo had to learn movie production as an adult from a stranger, he will not be as successful. Pardon me if I'm wrong. Personal view. As successful as he is. But he's lived through it. He's lived with a veteran. He's watching. Look at his brothers in different aspects of movie production. they are all acing in their various fields. In this field that their father left, the man should rest. The man should die happy. He left an inheritance, really. But if he was talking about property here, one wife would say, I was the one that started with him. The other wife would say, the day he was building that place, it was me who was
let's not discountenance.
I'm coming to why he thinks it should not be left. And if you look at all of them, it doesn't make sense if you're in a polygamous, even if you're in a monogamous relationship with one woman, to be concerned about what you're living, because the conversations will happen, just as Dami said. The women have gone, somebody else, if that's for a monogamous relationship, for instance, will be left. In Edo, we call inheritance iku, and the singular of it is iku, which is waste. What the dead has used and left behind, and you want to come and fight over it, it's supposed to be his leftover. You want to come and make sense of it.
That can also serve as a cushion.
He can. Now, you can do it such that you structure it. If, for instance, that pound farm, there was pound farm, there was a structure where he's working, the children can inherit a working system of stuff, but that they inherited the land.
Okay.
Except they want to be
I want to jump in because I disagree with some of what both of you have said, in the sense that like I said at the beginning, that we need to have a mindset shift because inheritance, we don't need to see inheritance as being static. Inheritance is not static. Inheritance evolves. Why am I saying that? You can own a farmland, or you left a farmland to your kids, right? And it's for you to create generational wealth and legacies, you will have trained or groomed your kids, or at least one of your child, to be able to retain or retain that inheritance, right? So if your child is not interested in farming, for example, you want to believe and trust the fact that this child can take this farmland, sell it, and use it to create another inheritance that they're leaving to another child to build generational wealth. It mustn't be that it is this crop and that this crop will not stay here for the next 100 years. It's also possible. But then you can take this crop, my own generation can take this crop, turn it into a phone. The generation that comes after me can take the phone, turn it into.
But if this crop is one village that nobody wants to know where it is.
No, but no.
For example, that's what I was saying concerning the houses. Many of these children, because we want our children to grow and to be exposed and do better things. So you will have a nice crop placed in Osun State in one village somewhere. And the children have now moved to Port Harcourt or from there.
What is your responsibility?
So they don't, because you train. Remember, you train them for their abroad. Just like she was saying, you train. We are this modern generation. We are training our children for abroad. We're not training our children for Nigeria. We're not raising them to love what our fathers have sweat for. We are training them to go abroad, and so they get exposed, and they're not interested in that thing you put in.
No, but it's your responsibility as someone that wants to pass your legacy on to ensure that there's a trust that guides against so many things.
You don't bring them now to trust. Now you're upgrading it now.
They say, who legacy help? Know how that? Okay, this thing my father worked for, and I have a house in the village. How is it going to help me? For example, there's no market in the village, for example, to try to change that thing to a manufacturing company. There's nothing. So what's the point of my father now sweat 30 years to build this one thing in Osun State that's useless to me? So my question therefore is that, do we need to continue to see inheritance as important? Or what Oga Bello said, that I don't need to leave nothing. Don't leave anything for anybody. Let everybody face their own life.
Let me